Bueno gente, estamos aquí en la continuación de What Remains of Edith Finch, chicos, estamos en la parte número 2, así que nada, vamos a continuar, dejamos el episodio anterior. Vale, quedamos aquí.
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Vale, lo que vimos la anterior vez, chicos, fue básicamente cómo murió Molly por una serpiente, ¿vale? Así que nada, venga, vamos a ver qué más. Vale, perfecto. Seguimos avanzando.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Vale, un gatito llamado Molly. Mucho ojito, ¿eh? Aquí no puedo interactuar nada, vale. Perfecto.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Vale, guardando, punto de control. Vale. Tenemos esto tipo de jaula.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Vale, vale, hay que verlo todo,
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune.
Odin. Vale, aquí todavía no puedo ir. Vale, 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 vale. Vale, ese baño, madre mía. Ok. ¿Qué hay algo?
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Ok.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Vale.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Ok, esta es la habitación de la abuela que se llamaba Edith y fue la última en irse, ¿no? De la casa. Aquí hay algo. Hombre, no sé si puedo hacer más cosas acá. Bueno, no puedo hacer nada más. Vale, vale. Por aquí no puedo ir. Bueno, hay que ir por el baño.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Vale, vale, vale. Comentarios,
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Ostras. Mira, aquí están los dientes y todo, los lentes, loco.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Sí, la verdad que sí, hermanita. Un diario, Vale, para eso era la llave, loco.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Vale. A ver. El retrete, un cajón allá abajo.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard.
No está en el armario.
It's hidden in this book.
Está escondido en este libro. Ostras. Vale, vamos descubriendo poquito a poquito, ¿eh?
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Vale, vale, vale. Nunca la soltaba. Es que son hartos, ¿ah? ¿Eh? Nombrar hartas familiares, gente. For Kelvin. Ostras. Puedo volver, Nueva habitación, chicos. Hombre, antes de
I knew Grandpa
empezar...
Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Vale, el abuelo Sam. Pero antes que nada, me gustaría volver porque creo que me estoy saltando algo, Había una puerta aquí atrás. Vale, vale. Loco, se colgó esto. Ah, vale, vale. Menos mal, vale. Se había colgado este juego, tío. Vale, vale. Esta puerta de aquí. Ah, vale, no puedo ir por acá. Ok. Venga, vamos por acá entonces. Bueno, espérate. Todo el parkour aquí, ¿sabes? Va. Vale. El abuelo Sam tenía un gemelo. Pasadizo secreto. Madre mía, loco. Vale, no, espérate. Poquito, gente. Madre mía, es que la casa es inmensa, loco. Muy increíble, loco, la familia, todo.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Gustaba la historia.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch.
Por Sam Finch.
The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
No, historia, chicos. Vale, somos el abuelo, ¿ah?
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Otro champiñón, y así fue. Hoy me siento más fuerte,
At
Puedo hacer
Barbara's
más.
funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Vale. Está contando la historia de lo que le pasó a su hermano gemelo. Ostras. Pues nada, aquí me beso, ¿no? Madre mía, estoy aquí balanceándome, ¿sabes? No sé qué hacer. Vale, nos dejamos balancear, a ver. Ah, vale, que puedo hacer los dos pies. Vale, eso hay que hacerlo más fuerte, loco. Vale, más fuerte, más fuerte.
I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Quiso volar.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
A cenar.
Coming!
But that day,
Pero
he
sí,
finally
por fin
made up his mind to do
decidió
it.
hacerlo. Ostras.
I told him going around was impossible.
Vale, así fue como
Maybe if
murió.
I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Madre mía.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Vale, así fue como murió el niño, ¿eh?
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Madre mía.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Ostras.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Madre mía, loco. Me falta la de Bárbaro, que me doy cuenta. Ostras, tú. Guau, qué fuerte tú, ¿no? Va mostrando más o menos cómo mueren los niños y tal. Vale. Buena historia, la verdad. Muy buena gente.
After the
Estamos
funeral,
avanzando.
Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Ostras, tío. Qué buena, ¿eh? Fort Sam. Vale, aquí no puedo hacer
Mom
nada.
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Sam se listó a los 18 y jamás pidió pisar la habitación. Vale, ahora podemos ir por ahí, ¿no? Ok, gente. Bueno, vimos ahí la muerte de Calvin. Bueno, tenemos que seguir avanzando. Espérate, es que estoy convencido que falta algo aquí atrás. A ver, por ejemplo, aquí Bárbara. Es que falta la de la abuela, ¿no? Ah, no sé, hermano. A ver, vamos a seguir avanzando, gente. Siento que me olvido algo, pero vamos a avanzar.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Vale, por aquí podemos ir. Vale. Pero por aquí también podemos ir, o sea.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Vale, esta es la de Bárbara. Esta es la historia de Bárbara, loco. Vale. Esta es la habitación de Bárbara. Hay que ver bien aquí, ¿eh? Podemos volver. Estrella infantil, chicos. Una famosita.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Para allá después.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So
¿Qué dices?
Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Ostras, qué mala uva tú.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ostras, tú, la canción de Michael Myers, tú. Qué mal rollo, tú.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Como mola, tú. Vale, pues te puedo golpear. Vale. Pues te puedo golpear. Vale.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Qué mal rollo, tú.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Madre mía, loco.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ostras, tío, ¿en serio? Madre mía, loco, cómo mola esto, tío. Vale. Hay que subir. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? 12. Madre mía, qué mala uva, tú. chicos.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Madre mía.
And funny he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara. There's gotta be another way out of here.
Vale, otra salida tú. Otra salida. ¿Qué hago tú? Vale, por aquí.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't opened in years. The hinges grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Madre mía. Pues corre a la casa, ¿no? No puedo ir a la casa, loco. Claro.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Madre mía, loco.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Madre
Edie
mía,
told
loco.
me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Increíble, chicos. Bueno, hasta aquí, chicos, vamos al vídeo. Espero que os haya gustado. La verdad que ha sido un episodio muy bueno. Pero bueno, yo lo dejo hasta aquí. Meta de 10 likes para más guardias de Mike o Edith Finch. Y nos vemos en la siguiente. Hasta la próxima, chicos. Adiós.